Hello everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with our topic determiners. Now, this is part 14. So, let's begin this session. Well, in this session, we will discuss neither and either, usage of neither and either, and rules. So, in our earlier sessions, we have discussed many determiners. In this session, we are going to discuss either and neither. Now, as I told you about in our earlier sessions, that we had discussed a word both. And I told you that both is only used for two people only. If two persons are there, if two things are there, two people are there, we can use the word both. Similarly, if we have a word either or neither, we can use it only for two. But there are different cases. So in this session, we are going to discuss each and everything about either, neither, how to use, which verb has to be used with these, and what are the rules with these words. So we are going to discuss each and everything in this part. So let's begin the session. First of all, either and neither are used when referring to a choice. Here the keyword is choice or situation involving two entities or options. So with the word either and neither, two things are very important. Two keywords actually. First thing, that they are only for two, and the another thing, that they are for choice. Suppose there is a person A and he wants to go somewhere. He has two options. One, he can go to Goa. Another one, he can go to Pune. So he can go to two places, either Goa or Pune. So he has two options, one or two. Now he has to select one. Either he can go Goa or Pune. So he has two options and he can only choose one, any of the two. So either refers to either this or either this. It means he can go to Goa or to Pune. So he can only choose one. Suppose he chooses any. So he has two options, so he can use either or. So this is how, if two options are there and when we have to select only one of those, that means either. And if we talk about neither, suppose he does not want to go Goa, he does not want to go Pune, it means he wants to go or he wants to visit neither. It means neither Goa nor Pune. It means he don't want to select any. So if he doesn't want to select any, he can use neither nor. He does not, if he does not want to select any. So there we can use neither nor. So either or means any of the two, or neither nor means none of the two. Now I'm using any of the two, none of the two, though this is grammatically incorrect, but this is just to explain you that what is actually the meaning of either or neither. So they both refers to show the choice. Now if I say neither option was good, it means there were two options and neither was good. It means not the first nor the second was good. So if two things are there and we don't want to select any, it is we are using neither, and if we want to use one of those, so we can use either. Now, either is used when referring to one or the other of two choices. You can choose either the red shirt or the blue shirt. So we have the red shirt, the first option, and blue shirt, the second option. And we can use either of the two. It means we can use either the red shirt. Suppose I want to choose the red shirt, it is my option. But if I choose red one, I will not select the blue shirt. And if I select the blue shirt, I will not select the red shirt. So I have only one option to select. Now, structure. Either can function as a determiner, a pronoun, or a conjunction. So it can be three different parts of a speech. As a conjunction, it is often paired with or in sentences. So as I told you that either or is actually a correlative pair or pair conjunction in which either is used with or and neither is used with nor. So this is a pair conjunction. And whenever we use either or, we should keep this in mind about the positions of either or, that it should be preceded by the options only. They should be followed by the options only. Neither indicates that the statement being made applies to neither of the two options or entities mentioned. Neither the red shirt nor the blue shirt fits me. It means whether I talk about red shirt or blue shirt, they both are loose on me, they do not fit me. It means neither the red shirt nor the blue shirt fits me. So this is very simple. Whenever we use either or neither, this is simple that we are talking about only two. And when we are selecting one of those, it means we are using either and we don't want to select any of those. That means that we want to use neither. Now let us talk about the structure. Like either, neither can be a determiner. Now like either, neither can also be a determiner. It means either is a determiner. Similarly, neither can also be a determiner, a pronoun, or a conjunction. It means, as we know, that either can be used in three different parts of a speech. Similarly, neither can also be used in different parts of a speech. As a conjunction, it is typically paired with nor. That means I told you that either is paired with or and neither is paired with nor. This is again very, very simple. Now let us move to the next one. When referring to situations involving more than two options or entities, other terms like none, any, or no one are used. For example, for three or more options, we can use none of the shirts, red, blue, or green fits me. So if we have more than two entities or more than two things which we are talking about, so we there we can use none in place of neither, or one or any in place of either. So this is how we use these structures. Now there are different structures of the sentences when we use either or neither. We are going to discuss each and every structure one by one in this session. Either and neither are versatile words used in various structures in sentences, often followed by a singular or plural noun according to the situation given. The verb agreement can vary depending on the structure. So as I told you, that verb depends on the structure of the sentence, on the subject of the sentence, and also the verb agreement differs in different structures of the sentences. So we are going to discuss each and every one over here. Either and neither, singular noun. So whenever we use either and neither and they are followed by singular noun only. So this is very simple. We are using the word either and after that we have a singular noun, and if it is a singular noun, obviously the verb will be singular. Similarly with neither, we have singular noun and singular verb. So this is the basic structure and this is the correct structure in grammatical aspect. But if we talk about in speaking, many people use it differently, though that is not grammatically correct. That is just up to them. That is just up to them. The verb is typically singular when the noun functions as the subject of the sentence. For example, either option is acceptable to me. So either is a determiner and after that we have option. This is noun. So if it is a noun, of course it is a determiner. So it is singular noun and we are using singular verb after it. So either plus singular noun plus singular verb. So this is the basic structure. So either option is acceptable to me. Maybe I have been given two options and I have to select one. And if I say either option is acceptable to me, it means whether I select A or B, both are good for me or both are acceptable to me, whatever I get. Now, neither suggestion seems useful. It means I got two suggestions, but neither was of use. It means neither suggestion seems useful. It means not the first, not the second suggestion was good or suitable. So your suggestion is a noun, neither is determiner, it is singular noun, and after that we have seems, that is singular form of verb. So whenever we have either and neither and after that we have noun, it should be singular and it should be followed by singular form of verb only. So this is the basic structure that we have read here. Either, neither plus of plus determiner plus plural noun. Now here if we have the word either or neither. Now here let me explain you this structure first. After that we'll go further. Suppose we have some terms like either, neither. Then we have another structure that is any, then we have one, and then we have none. So we have these structures. Now, how to use this? Suppose we are using of with any of these words. We have either, neither, any, one, or none. So we have these 5 words and we are using of after them. It means either of, neither of, any of, one of, none of. These are the structures. One thing is very important. Always the noun which will follow these words, it should be plural noun always. This noun should be plural always. How? If we say one of, suppose one of you, so you must be plural. Only after that I can pick one. Now either is it is minimum that either neither are used for two. So two is minimum and two is of course plural because it is more than one. So whenever we have any of these words and they are followed by of, or any of these are followed by of, it should be followed by plural noun, but the verb should be singular. The verb should be singular. This you should keep in mind, that if we have any of these words, they should be followed by of, but after that we'll have plural noun but singular form of verb. This is very, very important. One more thing. In this structure, either and neither can be used only for two persons or two things or two entities, but any, one, or none, they are used for more than two. Now whenever we are talking about only two, we can either use either or neither, but if we have more than two, we can use any of these, that is any, one, or none. One more thing is there, that either is used in positive sense always, whereas neither is used in negative sense. It means when we have two options and we have to select one, we use either, and when we don't want to select any of those, we can use the word neither. And any and one are used in positive sense, whereas none is used in negative sense. So this is also the case, that any, one, and none though can be used for more than two, but if we are using any and one, they can be used in positive sense, whereas none is used in negative sense. Now one more thing, let us have some examples. Suppose the sentence is, either of the three sisters, it is three sisters, won the award or has won the award. Now what is the error in this sentence? Of course, let us see that either of the three. Now we are using the word either. How can it be possible to use for three? So this is incorrect. It should be followed by two. So the correct sentence should be, either of the two sisters has won the award. Now one more thing is there. If I am using three over here, I cannot kill one sister. Okay, now if I have three sisters, your three sisters has been written, I cannot kill one of them, so let them be three only. What we have to replace? We have to replace this either with one. We have to replace this with one, because one has got the award. So one of the three sisters has won the award. Now you must be thinking, why we have not replaced this three? Of course, we can only change grammatically. If there are three sisters, of course, they will remain three. We cannot kill one of them. But we have to check for the grammatical structure only. So here the correct sentence will be, one of the three sisters has won the award. Now, if I say, either of the two brothers are in cricket. So this is the sentence. Now, of course, if I'm saying either of the two brothers, so this two brothers is absolutely correct, and brothers is written, which is absolutely correct because I want plural noun. But I'm only talking about one of those. So I cannot use are, instead I can use is. That is singular verb. So it should be followed by singular form of verb only. So either of the two brothers is in cricket. Now one more thing. If I say, if I talk about any other word like any, none, or one or none, so none can be kept in mind, that after none we can have both the structures, singular noun, singular verb, plural noun, singular verb, and we can also have structure plural noun plus plural verb. But that is the case only with the word none. None can be followed by of, and after that plural noun and plural verb as well. So both can be the structures with the word none. But with other words, we can have only one structure, that is of plus plural noun plus singular verb. So this is how we can use these words. Now let us get back to the slides. So here we have when either or neither is followed by of, a determiner like the, these, those, and a plural noun, the verb should be singular. For example, either of the solutions is viable. So either of the solutions is plural noun, and is viable, now the is the determiner. So is viable. So we are using singular verb, plural noun, and that is it. Neither. With singular verb, neither of the proposals fits the criteria. Now again, neither, after that we have of, we have plural noun, determiner the, but singular form of verb. Now let us move to the next one. Either, neither, of plus pronoun. Now, as I told you that it can be followed by a determiner, so it can be followed by a pronoun as well. When either or neither is followed by of and a pronoun, the verb form should be singular. For example, either of us is capable of handling the situation. Either of them is welcome to join us. So, after these expressions, we are using singular form of verb. Neither of us, now us is a pronoun and this is plural pronoun. This is actually the objective case of we, is available tomorrow. Neither of them is aware of the changes. So we can have these structures. So I hope you understood these points. Now let us move to the next one. Well, let us move to the next one. Either and neither can be used to mean each of two and not either of two, respectively. They are typically used in the context of two entities, choices, or options. Now, whenever we use either and neither, can be used to mean each of the two. Of course, if I say either, it means suppose I have two options A and B, so I can choose any one of them. But if I say neither, it means not this one, not this two. So they're typically used in context of two entities, choices, or options, as I told you before as well. When used in the sense of each of two, either refers to both entities separately, but one at a time. Now, if I have two options, A and B, I mean that I can have A or B. It is up to me. Both the things are same. But if A happens, B will not happen. If B happens, A will not happen. It means one at a time. Though anything can happen, but one at a time. We are talking about separately for both the entities. It suggests that what is said applies to both entities but individually. For example, there are two doors and either door will lead you to the exit. It means there are two doors. If you go by this door or go through this door, this will make you exit. And if you go by this door, this will also make you exit. But you can go by only one at one time. It means if you are going by this, you will not go by this. And if you are going by this, you will not go by this. So, but both the doors are similar, that if you go with any of these, you will go, they will make you exit. Meaning each door, when considered separately, will lead to the exit. Neither, on the other hand, negates both entities together. It means not the one and not the other. There are two suggestions, but neither suggestion is practical. So I'm talking about two suggestions, the first suggestion and the second, but neither suggestion is practical. May be possible that both the suggestions are not good, they are not practical, they cannot be applicable. Meaning not the first suggestion and not the second suggestion is practical. Context of use, emphasis on individuality. Now uh, you must think that why can't we use both if we don't want to use either or neither? But in that case, because whenever we use both, we cannot use it in negative sense. Also, both means both together. We cannot select one of them. So there are several differences between either, both, neither. So because we are talking about either and neither, they emphasis on the individuality, whereas both takes the two things together. When you use either in this way, there is an emphasis on the individuality of the choices. For instances, you can park on either side of the street. It means there are two sides. It means you can either park over here or here, but one at one time. You cannot park your car on both sides together. Emphasizing the exclusion of both options. So both options are excluded when we use either or neither. Not either is often used when you want to emphasize the individual exclusion of both options or elements. It breaks down the negation in two parts, focusing on the rejection of each option separately. So we can also use not either. Now, there is one more option that is neither, and we can use not either. How? Let us see. If I say neither option is suitable, it means we have two options and not any is suitable. If I say equivalent with not either option is suitable. So we can also use this thing that is not either. So not either is just similar to neither. Responding to questions or statements. Not either is sometimes used in responses, particularly when negating a previous statement or question that mentioned two options. So not either is generally used to respond. How? If I say, do you want coffee or tea? Now, neither, thank you. You can use in this way. You can answer in this way, but response with not either, thank you. So we can also use this expression to show that we don't want any coffee or tea. We don't want both of those. So we can use not either, thank you, neither, thank you, or neither of the two, thank you. Now, rules and considerations, grammatical constructions. When using not either is usually precedes a noun or a noun clause, the construction is typically not either plus noun clause. In contrast, neither can stand alone or be a part of compound structure like neither nor. So I have already told you about the subject-verb agreement that is used with neither nor, either or. Now, there is one more structure over here that whenever we use either or, now this is pair. Earlier I told you about either structure of neither structure. After that we have of, and we can also use either, neither, and after that we can have noun directly. But whenever we use it as conjunction pair, that is either or and neither nor. So whenever we have these two structures, what we do, we can have after this we can have noun 1, noun 2, here also noun 1 and noun 2. Now these are the two structures. So here the verb depends on the second noun only, or the nearest noun only. Now it is not just second, but the nearest noun. So nearest noun or nearest subject, we can call it subject. The subject which is closer to it, or the object. So any noun or verb which is closer to it, the verb should follow that. And if we have two verbs and only one noun, then also the verb depends on the noun only. For example, now you can see over here, the verb agreement after not either follows the standard rules for negative sentences. If the subject is singular, use singular verb. If it is plural, use a plural verb. It is for not either. Neither, on the other hand, is followed by a singular verb when it stands alone or begins a sentence, as I told you before as well. The phrases either or and neither nor are correlative conjunctions used in English to connect two alternatives. They follow specific patterns in sentence correction or construction. Either or function used to present two alternatives or possibilities where typically only one can be chosen or is true. This structure is usually either plus first option or plus second option. And in this case, when the subjects connected by either or are different in number, the verb agrees with the subject closer to it. Either John or his friends are going to the party. Now, friends are plural noun, so are is plural verb. If I say either my friends or he now here we can see that here it is written friends, which is plural now, but the second subject is singular, so we are using singular verb with it. So this is how we can use these structures. For neither nor function used to negate both of the two alternatives or possibilities. The structure is usually neither first option nor second option. Now this thing should be kept in mind. If we are using either or, so the first option should be just after either and second option is just after or. Similarly, in case of neither nor, neither should be followed by first option. So this is first option and after nor we have second option. Suppose the sentence is either you solve this question or go out. Suppose this is the sentence that I want to say, that either you have two options, either to solve this question or to go out. So either you solve this question or go out. Suppose this is the sentence and I'm saying you that you have two options, either you solve this question or go out. Now we have two options. What are the two options? First one is solve. This is option 1 and go is option 2. But we are using this word either with word you, which is not an option. Now, you only the person who has to do these two things. But here, we are using either before you, whereas you is not an option, while you is not an option. So, the sentence is incorrect. It should be rectified. How? You either solve this question or go out. Now, if we see this sentence, now the sentence is absolutely correct. Why so? Because we are using option 1 with either and option 2 with or. So this should be kept in mind that option 1 should be followed by either and option 2 should be followed by or. Similarly, in case of neither nor. So in these structures, we should keep this structure in mind while speaking as well as when we are writing any sentence or speech. So this is also a grammatical structure. Verb agreement, similar to either or, when using neither nor with subjects of different numbers, the verb typically agrees with the subject closer to it. Again, whatever the subject is there, if it is closer to the subject, whatever the verb is closer to the subject, the verb depends on that only. Neither the manager nor the employees were aware of the policy change. Now here verb is were and employees. Now the nearest subject is employees. So this is noun. So obviously this verb depends on this noun only. Now here, if the sentence is like neither, or let us see this, she neither, sorry, it is neither, he neither sings nor dances well. Suppose this is the sentence. Now here you can see that she is the subject and sings depends on this she because this is the nearest subject closer to this verb. So we should keep this in mind that whatever the verb is there, it should be according to the nearest subject or nearest. Now, it is possible that we can have, suppose we can have verbs as the options, subjects as the options. So it should be kept in mind that verb always depends on the subject. Points to note. Consistency in part of speech. Now there is one more thing. Suppose we have either and or, and they should be followed by options, that is option 1 and option 2. So both the options should be same in part of a speech. Try to maintain parallel structure. The parts connected by either or, neither nor should be of the same part of a speech. Example, two nouns, two verbs, etc. So whatever the alternatives given to us, they should be same in part of a speech. This should be kept in mind. This is again very important thing. Either in the morning or I'm free in the evening. So this sentence is incorrect. The correct will be either in the morning or in the evening works for me. Now let us move to the next one. Negation with neither nor. Remember that neither nor itself provides the negation. Avoid using another negative like not, because neither nor itself mentions something is negative. So we need not write not again with this in the same clause to prevent the double negative. Neither the proposal nor the plan was not accepted. Now this not is incorrect. It should be neither the proposal nor the plan was accepted. So we should not write not again with the word neither nor, because neither itself is a negative word. Polarity shift with either or. Use either or can change the overall polarity of the sentence negative to positive. How? I do not like either apples or oranges. This is one sentence. This is a negative sentence. But if I say I like either apples or oranges, this is positive sentence. So if I am using not with the word either, though we should not use. So the sentence should not be correct. Instead, we can use neither nor. But if we are using, so this will definitely change the structure by just using not. So either or generally is used in positive sense only. We should not use in negative sense, or we should avoid using it in negative sense. Now, choice and exclusion. Either or often implies a choice between two distinct options, while neither nor excludes both options. So, I hope you understood this much of part with either or, neither nor, and another part that we have read. Thanks to you.